Okay, welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Our top 10 second baseman. This is exciting. I'm pretty excited for this. How about you, Luke?
I'm excited about this one. This one I did put a good amount of time into this one. I think I spent a good 45 minutes to an hour looking up stats and coming through my list. I forgot a few guys, put some guys in, took some guys out, readjusted the list. So
You said Glaber was a second baseman when he's actually a shortstop.
I did. Well, he's always been a second. Well, he was a second baseman before DJ was there, and then.
Yeah.
But we
So
won't talk about DJ until later.
we're gonna do something we haven't done before to figure out who goes first. We'll do rock paper scissors via Zoom.
All right.
All right, ready? Whoever wins goes first, or whoever loses goes first. Actually, we'll do it that way. All right.
Fair enough.
Okay, both scissors. Okay. Okay, both rock. Both rock.
We're
We
both
tried
trying-
4 times
let's
in a
just-
row.
You can go first, or I'll go first. I don't.
No. We got. Someone's got to win. Someone's got to win. Okay, come on, again. Yeah, you go first. Okay.
I just wanted somebody to lose. So my number 10, a guy that's actually was his rookie season. I don't think he's going to be playing second base in the future with the signing of that Japanese or Korean second baseman, but Jake Cronenworth is my number 10. Obviously, Jake Cronenworth, he's only played 54 games, so very small sample size to say the least. But I think this guy is going to be a tremendous player. He probably won't continue playing second base, so he probably will be on another list, another top 10 list somewhere in the future. But this guy hit 285 his rookie season, slugged 477, 831 OPS, 128 OPS plus. Came in second in the Rookie of the Year voting, behind Devin Williams, I believe, was the winner, correct?
Yes, he was.
Of the Brewers. Has a little bit of pop in his bat. He only had 4 home runs, but I think over the course of his career, I think he could be a 20 homer guy. So not obviously it's a very small sample size, but I think a guy that can grow and become a very good player. So Jake Cronenworth at 10.
Yeah, that second baseman, the Korean guy, his name is Ha Sung Kim. So let's just not act like we don't know his name, because
I couldn't remember his name.
I know. Of course you couldn't, but I looked it up, so I actually didn't forget his name too. So I looked it up.
Attaboy.
Anyways, number 10 for me is, we had to put him somewhere. He's kind of a utility guy. Chris Taylor of the Dodgers. I didn't really know what position to put him at, but MLB Network said he was a second baseman, so I put him at second. Chris Taylor, this guy plays all over the place. He's been a solid player forever. He's going to be hated by Braves fans for breaking up Sean Newcomb's no-hitter, but that's okay. This guy led the National League in strikeouts in 2018, so that kind of hurt him that a little bit on my ranking. But the last 4 years, this guy's hit close to 40 homers. I don't have the exact, or no, close to. Let's see. Let me do some mental math here. 58 homers last 4 years. Sorry. And this guy steals bases. This guy hits for power. He hits for a pretty solid batting average. A career 263 hitter, 779 OPS, 109 career OPS plus. This guy started out his career back in Seattle. It wasn't great for him, but then the Dodgers picked him up, and obviously whoever the Dodgers get becomes like an insanely good player, unfortunately. But I have Chris Taylor at number 10.
My number 9 is The second baseman for the Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Lau.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think we were far off on this one.
Were we? Brandon Lau. This will be his third year. He'll be going into his fourth year in the league. He was a 2019 All Star, hit 270 that year, 850 OPS, 17 home runs. And then this year, beginning of the year, he was in a lot of MVP conversations. The guy was tearing the cover off the ball, hitting about like 330-ish with a lot of home runs. He did finish the year with 269 average. Nice. A 152 OPS plus. He has a career OPS plus of 130, which is very good. Though one of the main reasons he is lower on my list is because his defense, while isn't the worst, it is very average. Obviously, we know he can hit very well, but especially at a position like second base, second, third, and short, I feel like defense is a bigger thing than maybe some like first base. I didn't take into consideration as big of a thing of defense compared to what I will now second base. I think it holds a bigger value. He has a career of 4 defensive runs saved over his career, his 3-year career so far. Not a horrible defender. He's very good defensively, but just not the best. So he is at my number 9.
Okay. My number 9 is newly acquired Milwaukee Brewers second baseman Colton Wong. Comes in at number 9 for me. Colton Wong. Actually, this is a good time to mention that neither of our guys are similar so far. So compared to the first baseman list, that's good. Oh yeah, things could change, but we've had different picks so far. So Colton Wong is my number 9. This guy's career's 261 hitter. Got some MVP votes in 2019. He's won 2 Gold Gloves. This guy's phenomenal defensively. This guy can hit too. He's never put up an OPS above 800. His career high is 788 in that department. Kind of an average fielder, but obviously his defense is pretty special at the second base position. Let me pull up his stats in recent years. Last 3 years, from 2018 to 2020, 41 defensive runs saved in 3 years, and that includes a 60-game season. So that's pretty darn insane. This guy doesn't strike out much. He's never struck out more than 95 times in his career in a season. Can steal bases. He stole 24 in 2019. This guy's a great athlete. He's only 5'7". We have a lot of short guys on this list, and shout out to our short guys, aka Luke.
Short Kings. That's me.
Yes,
that's me, guys.
That is Luke. So Colton Wong, my number 9.
My number 8. I think you said it best. It's Colton Wong at
Dang
my
it.
number 8 position.
I jinxed
Colton Wong, I think you said it best. The guy is special defensively. I think he's the best defensive second baseman in the league. 55 defensive runs saved in his career. Like you said, over the last 3 seasons. What do you say, 42, 41?
I don't know. I got rid of
whatever you said. It's
player.
A lot. It's absurd for a 3-year span.
41. Sorry,
it's 41. I mean, that's absurd for a 3-year span.
Including a 60-game season.
Yeah, very average bat defensively. Not obviously the worst. He doesn't strike out a lot. He did have a 285 average in 2019 and a 265 average in 2020. So not a down in the dumpsters kind of bat. He is very plausible with the bat. But he's there for his defense, and that is why he's at my number 8.
Okay. My number 8. We go all the way to the West Coast. Los Angeles Angels second baseman. Who is it, Luke? You tell me.
David Fletcher.
David Fletcher is my number 8. David Fletcher, I mean, ever since he's come up, he has raked. He came up in 2018 as a 24-year-old. I mean, not much power in the bat, not much speed either, but this guy just gets base hits. Had 173 in 2019, had 66 in 2020. Hit 319 with an 801 OPS, 121 OPS plus, which is great. Another short guy. He is 5'9", same as Luke, I think. Aren't you 5'9"?
I'm 5'8".
So you're right in the middle
close.
of Colton Wong and David Fletcher.
I am.
I'm
Ozzy Albies' height.
Okay. So another thing about David Fletcher, 15 defensive runs saved in his career, from 2018 to 2020. I know I have a lot of stats from these 3 years. So 386 slugging in those 3 years. Does not strike out much. He struck out 64 times in 2019 in 154 games, only 64 times. That's insane. Very low strikeout rate. Kind of similar to Angelton Simmons, and we'll discuss him probably in our shortstop video or podcast. I keep saying video, like that's like I say that like almost every episode. I mean, we're not live streaming, so this isn't. I guess we could upload this to YouTube, but it might be in 2 separate parts because of the thing. But anyways, David Fletcher's my number 8.
Staying on the West Coast and staying in LA, but not with the Angels, with the Dodgers, it's Chris Taylor. Obviously, whatever position Chris Taylor plays, we don't really know. He's really just he's a second base, third, short, left, center, right, you name it, whatever position he plays. And I mean, very good with the bat recently. I mean, 270 hitter this year, 262 in 2019. He had a 288 at batting average in 2017. Has a career OPS plus of 109, so just above the MLB average, which is 100, I believe. Defensively, he is, he is what it is. It's not anything spectacular. He does have 15 career defensive runs saved. Most notably, he had he had 11 in 2019. So defensively in 2019, very good year. This year at second base, he had 2. So I think, he's consistent. There's a reason he's been in LA for a while, and he's going to be continuing to torment the Braves probably and break up Sean Newcomb's no-hitters. So he's my number 7.
Okay. So my number 7. I mean, this one is just mainly because I'm really high on this guy. This guy's might not even make your top 10. It might not make a lot of people's top 10, but going north of the border, Toronto Blue Jays second baseman, Cavan Biggio. Maybe I'm biased because his dad was an absolute stud, a Hall of Famer. But Cavan Biggio, this guy's potential is through the roof. Came up in 2019, came in 5th in the Rookie of the Year voting. This guy's batting average is not great, 240 for his career, but at OPS at 798. His defense is not bad. It's not anything special. This guy also plays. He's in his career he's played right field and third base. so he actually might move over to third base at some point. But this guy came out of Notre Dame, Houston native, of course, with his dad there. But 76 career RBIs in 159 games, 162 game averages for him, 798 OPS, as I said, for his career, 430 slugging, 368 on base percentage. One thing about Kevin Biggio that I don't like is the fact that this guy has struck out 184 times in 159 games. If you get the strikeout numbers down, that would be very, very good to see. But this guy has also walked 112 times. So this guy gets on base very well. Had a 375 on base percentage in 2020. He's hit 24 homers for his career. The ceiling for Biggio is really high. I'm a big fan of Biggio, and hopefully he and Vlad and Bichette can do great things for the Blue Jays in the future, and adding George Springer as well to that lineup. The future's bright.
All right. My number 6 is your number 8. It's David Fletcher. David Fletcher is the guy that, I mean, like you said, he just hits. The guy came into 2019 or 2018, he had 275, and he's just been up from there. He had 290 last year and 319 this year. He had a 121 OPS plus this year. He doesn't get on base as much as you would like, but I think the prototypical leadoff hitter the Angels are looking for, he hits, and a great combination to Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon in that lineup. Defensively, I'm not sure. Let me pull up the stats. He actually does have 16 defensive runs saved in 3 years, so actually surprisingly better than I thought. So defensively, solid. A great leadoff hitter for the Angels, and I think he's only going to be better from here. So David Fletcher at 6.
My number 6. This one's interesting because, I think last year you probably had him inside your top 2, but he kind of fell off a lot last year. I'm not saying he was bad, but I mean, before 2019, this guy wasn't really. You probably haven't even heard of the guy. At number 6, I have Ketel Marte of the Arizona Diamondbacks. This guy in 2019 was an absolute monster. He came out of nowhere and hit 32 bombs, a 329 average, and a 981 OPS. Like, where did this guy come from? He was an all-star. He came in 4th in the MVP voting. But this guy, for his career, just leading up to that season, let me figure this out. He was a career OPS of 712 for his career leading up to 2019. So that obviously I had to take into consideration that he only hit 22 homers leading up to that season. Had a lot of triples, notably 19 triples in his first 4 years, and then added 9 more in 2019. Defense with this guy, actually I don't know it off the top of my head. I'll pull it up real quick. 19 defensive runs saved. So this guy, he hits, he fields well, he hustles around the bases. Doesn't steal bases very much, but obviously has a lot of triples. Only hit 2 bombs last year, so maybe I think 2019, maybe it was due to the baseballs being juiced or something, but obviously kind of out of the ordinary year for Ketel Marte, and I don't think he's quite that type of player, but just in case, he's still at my number 6.
At my number 5, it's Ketel Marte. It's the guy in 2019. I mean, came out of nowhere. 32 bombs, 329 average. 148 OPS plus, 981 OPS, finished fourth in the MVP voting. In 2020, he did take a step back, still had a very good season, hit 286, but the decline in power, only had 2 home runs. Didn't get on base as much as you would like to see. He did have a 732 OPS and a 95 OPS plus, so definitely a decline. I think maybe if you had a full 162 game season, I think maybe he would have been higher on this list potentially, but just because you had one good year offensively in 2019, I don't think that made him a top 3 second baseman. And I actually don't even think he is a second baseman. I think he's a better center fielder, and I think that's where he should be for the Diamondbacks. So I don't know what list he'll be on next year. My guess would be he's probably going to be the starting center fielder for the Diamondbacks. So we'll see there. So Ketel Marte at my number 5.
Really? Wait. I think I left someone off my list. Oh wait, no, never mind. I didn't. Okay, I was just going crazy. Okay, my number 5. I think you had him at number 9. Brandon Lau of the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm pretty high on Brandon Lau. Lau in the last couple of years, I think, when did he come up? Brandon Lau. He came up in 2018, and this guy has always hit a lot of homers. He doesn't walk. That's a big issue with him, I think. He's actually no, never mind. He does walk. He walked quite a bit last year, but he strikes out a lot. A strikeout percentage approaching 30% over his career. Not great by any means, but obviously 14 bombs last year, hit 269. Nice. 916 OPS and a 152 OPS plus. Very, very solid season for him. He did strike out 58 times. For his career, he has only 4 defensive runs saved, so not the best defender by any means, but this guy has monster power in that bat. Drives and runs. His 162 game average for his career is 33 homers and 101 RBIs. Of course, the 855 OPS and a 130 OPS plus for his career. I'm pretty high on Brandon Lau, and I think he'll be a great player for the Rays going forward. But who knows? They might trade him away and somehow win that trade as well. So we'll see what happens with Brandon Lau. But Brandon Lau, he's at number 5 for me. Number 4, Luke, who you got?
At my number 4, I have a short king. As I mentioned earlier, it's Ozzy Albies.
Ooh.
So Ozzy Albies at number 4. This is a guy. What I love about him is he's gutsy. He plays the game hard. Just specifically, not even like really stats related. He runs down that line all the time. He's hustling on and off the field. That's what I love most about Ozzy. But stats wise, this was a guy who was an all-star in 2018. He had 295. In 2019, he had 271. This year has a career OPS plus of 107. He won a Silver Slugger in 2019. The one knock on him, you could say, is he does strike out a lot. Has over 100 strikeouts in 2018 and 2019, and had 30 strikeouts in only 29 games this year. Defensively, I think he's very underrated. He has 27 defensive runs saved in his 4 seasons. I think there is a Gold Glove in his future. When that is, I don't know. I think eventually he will get one. So short king Ozzy Albies at my number 4.
My number 4 is Jonathan VR.
Stop.
JK. My number 4 is Ozzy Albies as well. I think now we're going to start to see some similarities in our lists.
I think our top 3 will probably be the same, but I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like 3 and 2 were number 1 is pretty obvious, but 3 and 2 we might mix them up a little bit. I don't know. So, Ozzy Albies, as you said, this guy is insanely underrated defensively. 26 defensive runs saved the last 3 years. This guy doesn't walk very much. Only 6.3% walk rate. This guy is very aggressive early in the count. As you said, a short king, 5'8", 165, about the same as you. I don't know how much you weigh though.
166. So we're literally
Darn.
the same person.
Basically.
I actually am Ozzy Albies.
You're from I don't know how you say it. Curacao.
Curacao.
Curacao. I don't know.
Curacao.
Curacao.
You made me.
I don't know.
I had it in my head, and Curacao. It's Curacao.
Yes, it's Curacao. I think Jair Jurgens was from there as well, and Andrew Jones. So apparently, we just love going to Curacao. Curacao. I don't know how you say it. I don't know how you
just
say
stop
it.
trying. Just tell us about.
Tell you about who? VR.
You were talking about Ozzy Albies. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ozzy's a stud. I was injured a lot last year. But still put up an OPS of 773, OPS plus of 99, so a little under average or a little below average, but obviously was played through injuries. This guy hustles on the bases. 18 triples in the first 3 years of his career. Did not have one last year, but 29 games. I mean, it happens. 83 doubles and from 2018 to 2019. Of course, an all-star in 2018, a silver slugger in 2019. 189 hits, led the league in 2019, as well as at bats, 640. Career OPS of 803. And obviously, as I said, a very, very good defender. Ozzy Albies is my, and he's next year. He's entering his age 24 season. So, still very young. The future is very, very bright for Ozzy Albies.
At my number 3, we're getting even shorter. We're going to 5'6", Jose Altuve.
Cheater.
Some of you, yeah, I do agree. I, as much as it pained me, I love, my mom loves Jose Altuve.
What?
How? Loved a Jose Altuve.
Oh, better. That's better.
Loved Jose Altuve before. This guy in 2014 had 225 hits and 56 stolen bases. He had 4 straight 200 hit seasons, 3-time batting champ, 6-time All-Star. Say what you want about him because of all the scandal. I know it's not the best look. It irritates me because of how good a player he is, that he would be doing anything like that. This is a guy who has a career OPS plus of 124, won MVP in 2017. We don't talk about it, but defensively, he's good. This year, he wasn't good defensively, especially in the playoffs. He was horrendous. But, I mean, if you want to look past 2017, this guy was an elite second baseman. He was the best second baseman in the league for quite a while. I mean, I wish 2017 turned out different. Maybe he would even be number 1 on this list if any of that didn't happen. But Jose Altuve at 3.
No chance he would. There's still someone better. There would still be someone better. But
yes, I agree.
At my number 3, I have Jeff McNeil of the New York Mets. So I have him a little below Altuve, just because Altuve has done basically the same thing for a longer period of time. So I'm giving the edge to Altuve, but
I don't give
McNeil,
edges to cheaters.
but he was really good before too. So
Yeah, no.
before the whole cheating thing, I hate it. I hate that cheating scandal because I mean I want to like Jose Altuve, but I just can't anymore. Um, so Jeff McNeil, his nickname is Squirrel. He's fantastic. 2019 was an All-Star. In 2018, he came in sixth in the Rookie of the Year voting. For his career, he's hit .319 with an .884 slugging. Only one defensive run saved in in his entire career. But 2020 was he set career lows in batting average and OPS. His on-base percentage was slightly higher than his rookie season. A career low in OPS plus, but it was 2020. It was a short season. It doesn't count really, but he doesn't strike out much at all. Only 123 strikeouts and 200 and over 1,000 plate appearances. So that's about 123 strikeouts and 1,024 plate appearances. For his career, he's walked 69 times. Nice. 884 OPS for his career, as I said. 139 OPS plus. This guy also gets hit by pitch a lot. 29 total hit by pitches. I know that probably shouldn't be anything we take into consideration, but he got hit by a pitch 21 times in 2019.
I feel like half of those were from the Braves. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like every time it's because he leaned. I feel like half the time he leaned into the pitch. Like he wanted to get him and Michael Conforto and Brandon Nimmo. Those three guys irritate me sometimes because of how much they get hit.
Mets are dirty.
Sorry, I just threw that in there.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, I mean, he's not great defensively, as I said, but this guy just rakes. And I have him at number 3. Number 2, I assume you have the same guy that I had at number 3. Unless you have Jonathan VR.
Nah, Jonathan VR is actually my number 1.
Oh, okay. Good.
Jeff McNeil, this guy, like a guy like David Fletcher. He's basically left-handed David Fletcher, but he's actually a better hitter. Guy that hasn't hit under 311 in his career. He gets on base. He has a career OPS plus 139.
How many walks does he have for his career?
69. Nice. Not a ton of pop in his bat. Although I do have to say he had 23 home runs in 2019. This year only had 4. So how that'll translate into next year, we will see. But very good player. I hate when the Braves have to face this guy because he always seems to get like 4 hits every single game. But like, I mean, I remember him doing an interview at the All-Star game, or them doing an interview at the All-Star game with Brian Snicker, and they said, they asked him about Jeff McNeil, and he said, "I don't know how to get this guy out. It's I don't know. The Braves can't seem to get him out. He has something about the Braves. He hits like 900 against the Braves, but Jeff McNeil, very underrated, even though he's at my number 2. I think he's a great player, and he's my number 2.
My number 2 is a cheater, but Jose Altuve is my number 2. I mean, I think looking at his stats in 2019 and 2020, he might be on the decline, but I mean, 2020 was just a weird year. Not going to buy it. But obviously in 2019, he only hit less than 300 for the first time since 2013. I mean, look at this guy's batting average from 2014 to 27. Let's just say, should we count 2017? Probably not. So from 2014 to 2016, this guy hit 331 with an 857 OPS, and that was only with 46 homers. So not much power there. I mean, not as much as he had in 2019. The power came along somehow as a 5'6" second baseman, 166 pounds. Hey, Luke, you and Jose Altuve might be brothers.
I'm brothers with
Well,
all the short kings out there. David Fletcher, Ozzy Albies, Jose
are you
Altuve.
are
I
you
was about to
giving a
say David
shout out
Fletcher
to a
twice.
cheater?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
No, I'm taller than him. What a loser.
Oh. All right.
I'm better
So,
than you,
anyways,
Jose.
this guy won an MVP in 2017. He stole it from Judge, but I mean he won it even though he knew it was coming. Uh, his career OPS is 819, 458 slugging, which is solid for a 5'6" guy. 361 on base percentage for his career and 311 batting average. This guy does not strike out. I mean, you might be saying like, yeah, I wonder why, but like he never has really struck out that much. In fact, his career high in strikeouts for a season was 85, and that came in 2013 when he was 23 years old, and he actually struck out one less time. He struck out 84 times in the season where he knew exactly what pitch was coming. So let that sink in for a second. But this guy's led the league in stolen bases twice, led the league in hits 4 times, led the league in batting average 3 times. He's won MVP. He's won 5 Silver Sluggers, 6-time All-Star, 3-time batting title. He's won ALCS MVP. I mean, back from like 2015 to 2017, kind of reminds me of Jeff McNeil now. Just absolutely rakes a little bit of power in the bat. But had to put him just above McNeil just because we know what this guy's capable of. He's not great defensively, but he's just good enough to be number 2. But if he struggles again in 2021, he's definitely going to fall off this list, or fall down this list at least quite a few spots.
Kick him off the list. He's the worst second baseman in the league.
He's the worst first baseman in the league, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so who's your number 1? Who's the best second baseman
The best
in
second
baseball?
baseman. We are going from a guy that was 5'6" to a guy that's 6'4", probably the tallest second baseman in existence.
Kike Hernandez.
Jonathan VR. No, it's DJ LeMahieu. The guy has a career batting average of 305. Surprisingly, only has a career OPS plus of 102. On base percentage, career wise of 787. Since he came to the Yankees, from Colorado, he's seen a increase in power. Why? Going from Coors Field to Yankee Stadium, you see, I mean, I understand the short porch, but you would think maybe in Colorado you'd see more power, but the guy never hit over 10 home runs, but once in 2016, and then 15 in 2018 in his final year in Colorado, and then had 26 in 2019 in his All-Star year, and his first year with the Yankees. This guy just hits. I mean, he's done it his whole career. I thought he was one of the more underrated second basemen when he was in Colorado. Didn't get a lot of national attention. Now he's with the Yankees. You're gonna get national attention when you're with the Yankees. Has only struck out over 100 times in a season once. In 2015, hit 107. The guy doesn't strike out. He hits, and that's what he does. So, and he's very underrated defensively, I think. So DJ at number 1.
On number 1, it's going to shock the world.
Castanera.
No, we actually texted about this guy earlier today. Rogers Hornsby is my number 1.
Number 1 all time?
Two-time MVP. This guy's hit over 400 like 8 times. Just kidding. It's DJ LeMahieu. This is an active player list. DJ LeMahieu. I told Luke that I was gonna have to bring him up at some point, and I just never remembered. So I was like, well, might as well just throw him in at number 1. So LeMahieu, this guy is going to win MVP in 2021. You heard it here first. That's bold, I know. This guy's going to win MVP in 2021. But can you see it? Like, I think it's very doable. Don't you think, Luke?
I think it is. I think it's very doable.
That's my prediction. Way too early prediction. But this guy hit 364 last year. OPS over 1,000. 177 OPS plus. Led the league in batting average, on base percentage, OPS, and OPS plus. This guy, as you said, has more power at Yankee Stadium than Coors Field. Doesn't make any sense, but this guy has raked at both places. He's come in the top 4 in MVP each of the last 2 seasons. He's a 2-time Silver Slugger, 3-time Gold Glove winner, 2-time batting title, 3-time All-Star. This guy's just LeMahieu is just a beast. I don't remember the details on his contract, but this guy signed an extension with the Yankees this offseason. And yeah, this guy's defense is super underrated, as you said. I'm just glad the Braves don't have to face him very often. So, but we do have to face McNeil, which is basically it's like facing LeMahieu. Just when we face him, he's like DJ LeMahieu. But
yes,
DJ LeMahieu is both of our number 1 players. So, Roger Swansby, number 1, huh?
Oh my gosh. Shall we do our honorable mentions?
Sure.
Or do you know? Or do you have any? I have some. Specifically, 2. Well, I have 4, but 2 I wanted to put on this list, but didn't. That is Kevin Biggio and Donovan Solano. Donovan Solano, the last 2 years, has hit over 300. The only reason he did not make this list due to the fact that he's never really been that good prior to 2019. He was never that great. He did have an outbreak year this year, not COVID outbreak, an outbreak with the bat. He
Thanks for clarifying.
He drove in runs. He hit, and I think it'll be interesting to see in 2021 what he does with the Giants. So, and then Kevin Biggio, exciting future for this kid. I think he'll be a top 5, potentially top 10, potentially top 5 second baseman within the next coming years. My other 2 honorable mentions: Keston Hiura and Mike Moustakas. So,
I have a few more honorable mentions than you. Of course, Jonathan VR. I don't know why. It's just the one. He was just the first guy that I mentioned on my possibilities list. I don't know why. He was just one of the first guys to enter my mind when I thought of second baseman. But he didn't make my list. Mike Moustakas, Luis Arias also. This guy was great a couple of years ago. The rest of my honorable mentions: Tommy La Stella, Jake Cronenworth, just barely missed out, Donovan Solano, Keston Hiura, and Kike Hernandez as my honorable mentions. So they would all make my top 20.
yeah.
Maybe we should do top 20 third baseman.
Maybe.
No, we're not doing that. That's going to take too long. It's hard enough making a top 10 list, but top 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we have a wallop segment for this episode?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Let me get a wallet. You entertain the listeners while I find a wallet.
Let's see. I'm interested to see if Mike Zaroka, I have seen stuff. Mike Soroka said he's healthy. He's ready to go.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah. Okay. So, we had a few things from Brian Snitker today that I think he said he's considering 3 guys for the closer role. Hopefully, one of those guys is not named Luke. I'm not gonna say the last name, but
hopefully not. If he didn't make the postseason roster, I would hope he doesn't even reconsider for.
I would say our top 3 guys to potentially be closer. Obviously, my number 1 would be Will Smith because he just was an All-Star in 2019. I think Snicker brought that up today. Chris Martin is great in high leverage situations, and AJ Minter, I would think, as well.
Yeah.
So, and Soroka is on. He's back on the mound. He's looking good. Snicker said. But obviously we don't want to rush him back too fast. So he also grew his hair out, so he has a little bit of flow now. So
he does have a little bit of flow. I noticed. Man hasn't cut his hair hasn't cut his hair since like quarantine started. He's got that quarantine flow going.
Yeah. Apparently, all those Canadian barbers they closed up shop
or something like that. But back on the topic of closers, I would love to see AJ Minter win the job.
Yes, that would also be awesome.
I would love to see AJ Minter win that job.
Yeah, if there are any Canadian barbers out there, shout out to y'all. Y'all do a great job. Those Canadian.
If you're listening to this podcast and you're a Canadian barber, shout out to you.
Or just
get Mike Soroka a haircut. No, I have to admit, get Mike Soroka a haircut because he looks better clean shaven than with what I don't really. He doesn't really rock with the flow. I don't know. Not a fan.
Not yet. I'm
not used to. I'm not used to it. So it might grow on me. So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the wallop segment. I forgot. Let's see. Let's find something. Is my microphone settings on the right way?
As entertainment, Ian Anderson changed his number to 36.
We had a few uniform number changes.
40. I believe he was 48 last year. So I'm just scrolling through Twitter and I see a video of him wearing number 36, and forgot he changed his number.
A few of the changes. Anderson is 36. Drew Smiley will wear 18. Last worn by Pablo Sandoval last year, and Charlie Morton will wear number 50. Last worn by Jerry Blevins in 2019.
Jerry,
former Brave. Obviously, I said last worn by. Yeah.
What are you saying?
I don't even know at this point. Anyways, Braves walloped. Which one did I do last time? That was Acuna in Tampa. This one was also in the same series. This was a day after Acuna's bomb in Tampa.
Interesting.
So, who is it, Luke?
Oh, is it Freddie Freeman?
No.
Is it Ozzy Albies?
No.
Is it Austin Riley?
No.
Is it is he on the team?
No.
Is it Josh Donaldson?
No.
Is it Matt Joyce?
No.
Is it Brian Snitker?
Close.
Oh, so he's fat. Is it
I didn't say he was fat.
Is it Matt Adams?
No.
I don't know. Who is it? Tell me.
No, keep guessing. You haven't guessed at all.
Why? Is it Tyler
Our
Flowers?
listeners love it when you're clueless. No.
Is it Dansby Swanson?
No. How'd you not guess that already?
Is it it's not Ronald, is it?
No.
Back to back.
This was his 7th home run on the season.
Is it Matt Kemp?
No, not quite.
Is it
double play Kemp?
Is it Is it Kurt Suzuki?
No.
Is it
You're forgetting one key guy.
is it Nick Markakis?
It is Nick Markakis. There we go. Finally. All right. It's about time you got that.
Sorry
So,
for wasting 3 minutes of your time. I didn't want to keep guessing.
All right, Nick Markakis, 3-run bomb. We were up 2-0 at this point. 2 runners on, 1 man out against Ryan Yarbrough of the Tampa Bay Rays at Tropicana Field. Nick Markakis.
High fly ball, wallop deep right field. Markakis launches a 3-run homer. There's some launch angle for you.
Apparently, they were talking about launch angle. During that game.
Sweet.
Launch angle is a great thing to look into. I'm glad Chip Carey agrees now. All right. Luke, you got anything else for us?
No.
Oh yeah, let's look. Oh, we forgot to do this earlier. The top 10 second baseman according to MLB.
Oh yeah, this was trash.
Oh, was it bad?
Hang on.
I haven't actually looked at this. So, why is it in such a weird order? Wait, did I skip by it?
It's on February 2nd.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh God.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Ozzy Albies at 10. I mean, what in what world? Altuve 9, Chris Taylor at 8, Donovan Solano at 7, Jake Cronenworth at 6. I mean, how do you put Cronenworth over Ozzy, Altuve, and Chris Taylor? It just doesn't make sense. Kevin Biggio at 5. I don't get that at all. Brandon Lau at 4, Ketel Marte at 3, McNeil at 2, LeMahieu at 1. I can get behind the top 2. Marte's was somehow number 1 in 2020.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
MLB Network has no. I want to know what the criteria is for making these lists.
Play baseball.
First of all, but so if you just play baseball in the majors, you have a good chance of making this list apparently. Because how does Donovan Solano how is Donovan Solano above Altuve, Chris Taylor, and Ozzy Albies? I don't understand.
Who knows?
And Altuve dropped from 3 to 9. I mean, I don't get that. I mean, it was a 60-game season. So what? I don't get it. MLB Network's lists are absolutely terrible. I mean, I love MLB Network, but their lists suck. They have got to fire whoever makes these lists because the shredder is clearly not shredding these lists. Bad joke.
They should be shredding the lists.
They should be because
that's how bad they are.
Yeah, it's absolute blasphemy in the wise words of Stephen A. Smith. Absolute blasphemy. All right, how to get that one out of the way. So, oh shoot, I just changed my personal. Anyways, we have a moment to go over in Braves history. I think we're at number 15 on this countdown. No, we're at 14 now.
14, yeah. I was gonna say I think it's 14.
I can't wait to get to swinging a drive belted right. Welcome to the show. Where even is that? Never mind. Oh, there it is. Okay. Anyways, that's coming up later in the at a later date. But this one, we go back to 10-10-10, October 10th, 2010.
Wow. Is that like good luck or something?
I actually have a lot of moments from 2010 on this list. I kind of looked through it again. I don't know why. Just 2010 was just a good year for us, I guess. But
obviously not good enough, but
Yeah, clearly not good enough. So this was game 3 of the NLDS. Do you remember this moment, Luke?
Game 3 of the NLDS. Who are we playing? The Dodgers,
Giants.
maybe? The Giants.
Future World Series champions that year. And in 2012
Yeah.
and 2014. It was an even year.
Yeah. I have no clue.
I actually
There's no
have
way
2
I'm gonna
moments
remember
from this list. This was the only moment in this count. Actually, this was, I think, one of 2 moments in this countdown that took place in a game that we lost. The Chipper Jones hit at 20, or in the wild card game in that was at number 20. This one, it was bottom of the 8th, 1 out, runner on first. We were down 1-0, and Eric Hinsky came to the plate.
Ooh.
Do you remember this homer now?
I think so, yeah. I think I do remember this now.
Barely snuck inside the foul pole in right field. This was a line drive homer if I've ever seen one.
I remember this.
Barely made it over the wall, like just barely to the left of the foul pole, just as close as you can possibly get to hitting the foul pole and not hitting it, and as close to the top of the wall as you can possibly be. This was insane. I don't know how this ball made it out in such a big ballpark, but it's a little context for y'all. This is game 3 of the NLDS. The Braves and Giants were tied in the series 1-1. The starters for this game were Tim Hudson for the Braves and the Giants' Jonathan Sanchez. They were in a pitcher's duel, and the Giants held a 1-0 lead until the 8th. Down to our final 5 outs, Eric Hinsky launched a line drive that barely managed to stay fair and just barely over the wall to give the Braves a 2-1 lead. This moment was legendary at that point, but is often forgotten, as the Braves would blow the lead in the 9th and wind up losing 3-2. And what would be Bobby Cox's second to the last game. This might have been, or this is the best moment of the decade in which the Braves did not win the game for that moment. It would definitely be a lot higher if we were able to hold the lead, but 11 years later, though, it was a sold out crowd at Turner Field. Like, the crowd noise is just enough to give you chills, I said. So,
yeah.
It's been 11 years since this moment. I remember watching this game and going crazy.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's
Good
crazy.
times. I remember watching this team, like, back in the day. So, this is Hinsky's go-ahead blast in the Game 3 of the NLDS. Anyways, thank y'all for listening, everyone.
Social medias will be in the description of the podcast. Follow them.
Same with our YouTube channel. Go subscribe,
Yes.
please. Send us an email. We still haven't gotten an email yet. Please send us an email.
We might never get an email. We don't know. So if you want to be the first real email,
first real email, shout out Camden.
Then shout out Camden. If you want to be the first real email, send us an email. So thank you guys very much for listening.
Yes. Go check out everything in the description. The link to everything you could possibly want is down there, except for $1 million. We don't have that in the description, but check it out. And until next time, my name is David Waters.
And I'm Luke Hardin.
We will see you all in the next episode.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry, my audio settings were set to the wrong thing. That's the second time in a row that's happened. My bad. Take 2.
And a drive down the right field line. And this one is going to be a home run. Eric Hinsky. Just fair. And the Braves lead at 2-1.